Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and just what do we have here? Why, we have Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil Xbox version. This is actually my favorite version of the game because this has a few minor improvements over the actual PC version. Now, when I first got this game, it was, I believe, like the space year 2005 or something along those lines. Let's see if there's any subtitles in this game. I don't remember if there were. I don't think there are, but let's take a look anyway. Yeah, there's aim assist. I don't mind that, especially in a console game. Contrast, vibration, headphones. Let's turn on headphones, why not? Because we actually got some on. Alright, now this expansion pack also came with the classic Doom as well, which is pretty cool, especially for the time. You know, back then getting DOS stuff to work was not the easiest of prospects. Now, this is effectively just a sequel to Doom 3. It is, of course, an expansion pack, you know, which means, you know, some might not consider it 100% as legitimate as it could be, but this is a sequel, even though it still has Doom 3 in the title. I always found that kind of funny. They could have just called it Doom Resurrection of Evil and it would work just fine, I think. Oh, so yeah, basically, you know, after Doom 3, they have a signal and they send some people back to Mars to figure out what happened. Now, you would think they would still be sticking with Mars after they stopped the demonic incursion, but evidently not. Now, what's kind of interesting here is Dr. Elizabeth McNeil is voiced by Jennifer Hale, if I'm not mistaken. One of her various roles throughout the gaming. Also, you gotta love that reused model from Doom 3. It seems like everybody looks like that guy. I believe that is Jennifer Hale. I'm not entirely sure, though. But this is yet another graphically impressive Xbox classic game. Absolutely excellent. Let me check my phone whilst the thing is running. Oh yeah, that's some great voice acting there. There's some sort of chamber beyond this. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Now that little det pack would go on to be seen in a wide variety of Doom 3 mods. Well, not just Doom 3 mods, but Doom 1 mods as well. Now let's see, is this even streaming? Usually we get some people in. Yeah, there we go. Someone didn't want that place to be found, and yet there's the giant entryway, eh? I'm sure. I am so sure. Now, the question I have is, do these people even know that, you know, there was a civilization on Mars, or is this like the first time they're actually seeing it? Also, you gotta love how that looks kind of like Prothean technology from, like, Mass Effect. Oh my god, it's the Protheans. Ah, Mass Effect. That was a trilogy that died a hard death. And there is our new Doom guy, or Resurrection of Evil guy, with kind of a goofy face. Now, when you're a, you know, highly trained, you know, marine engineer, the first thing you do is you touch the big glowy thing. Now, here's my question. Is that really all it takes? Did the original, you know, UAC science team not see that or something? Now, here's also my question. Didn't they want the Soul Cube in the first game? I'm not really complaining, it's just I like to poke fun at these things. Ah, there's the mini-bosses! Let's see, let me turn down my volume just in case. Ah, damn it. That's annoying, ladies and gentlemen. I can't see the chat. It's not showing up on the video. Which, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I could use the footage as... God damn it. Is everything going to fall? I think so. Okay, here we go. Let me plug in my phone here. And yes, ROE did have some good demons. And hello, Hunter McDaniel. I have not played the Lost mission just because I did not like Doom 3 BFG Edition. I had a number of problems with BFG Edition. It just... They really kind of messed up the lighting in that, because I really am a big fan of the lighting that's used in here. And as you can see, this is the biggest improvement that Doom 3 ROE brings to the table. We have the flashlight on the pistol now. I almost said phone. Oh my god, it's dirt. I'm scared now. But oh my god, we've got a flashlight on a pistol. Truly, the spacemen of the future know no bounds. This is not actually seen in the PC version, though. This is only in the Xbox version, and, you know, that just is great. I mean, the pistol's pretty weak, but, I mean, come on. You got a flashlight! It's the coolest thing ever been! Let's see here, and of course we got the Shoddy, which uses the exact same model. The pistol is equipped with a light. Tac light, man, it's a tac pistol. It's like, it's the most tactical pistol that ever tactical did up. Alright, so this is another thing you got here, where you got these little, power cell things you gotta remove and take somewhere. What's kind of funny about a lot of these expansion packs, especially from this era, they'd add little things like that, which I guess they thought was cool. Now, of course, we have the typical expansion pack thing of, we've got an enemy that is slightly new. Slightly new. It's a lost soul, but it has, like, horns. So it's basically just a metal skull. A metal skull? Metal soul? Does metal have any soul? I should certainly hope so. Okay, let's try to finically climb up that ladder and grab that health. And hello, Turok Fireseed. Yes, it is one clean burn in hell. Here to Hellmouth between earth and hell. Now, see, you know, at least with this, hell is kind of treated as, like, you know, this scientific curiosity. Whereas in 2016, it's like, okay, you're gonna tell me that you can't make... And I want to know why the hell the chat isn't working normally. But, you know, if we did... It wouldn't be a good stream if we didn't have one technical glitch. Come on. But, like, the whole concept of Argent Energy is kind of silly to me. It's like you couldn't just stick a bunch of satellites in orbit to collect the sun. Did the sun die? Or something like that? Now, this is actually a pretty cool little transition here. I mean, that's the thing about expansion packs. You know, they often added little things like this. Now, I will say, the intro to this game is not that amazing. Now, I'm a big fan of ROE. I have no problem with it, but I just feel like those flying skull things just leave a little to be desired. They just feel like cheap expansion pack enemy. It's like, well, we gotta give them something new, so, let's just retexture the Lost Soul. Come on. The imp. See, this is one of my favorite enemies from Doom 3, though. I mean, it's a generic enemy to be certain, but they really did a good job on it. It's very fun to fight, never really gets that tiresome. Whereas a lot of those other enemies can get kind of just, well, boring. Let's see. To keep checking the chat, I gotta keep opening up my phone and making sure I can see it. And yes, this is the only version with the tac light. You would think the PC version would have had something like this, but I guess not? That's the one thing that's kind of funny about Doom 3. You know, in many instances, also that's another expansion pack thing. We're like, remember how long it took us to get the submachine gun? Actually, they call it the submachine gun in this, but I think in the first one they just call it the assault rifle. They actually get it right in this game. But that's another expansion pack trope, is where, you know, where it used to be it would take you like half the game to get a certain weapon. Usually like in the first level you get them all because they just expect you, the player, to already know how to play the game. Goddamn flying skull. Well, you know, realistically, Hunter McDaniel, Doom technically is like the most Christian game ever. I mean, seriously, when you think about it, you're fighting the forces of hell. You can't get much more Christian than that. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, in what way is like Doom demonic? You're literally fighting the forces of hell. So, that's like the most Christian thing you can possibly do. Outside of, I guess, giving to the poor, but, well, that's kind of boring. So, it's like, I know that in the 90s there was that, you know, moral panic about Doom. Oh, come on, Doom guy. Or Doom 3 ROE dude. Doom dude. Give it that fucking thing. Why the hell is the chat broken? This is not made by Raven Software. And hello, Jacques. Oh my god, it's the gravity. I mean, gravity gun. Although, once again, I didn't like Half-Life 2, so I don't really care that that's kind of a. I didn't even play Half-Life 2 until many years after this game came out. So my first experience with like a gravity thing is this game. And hello, Jacob Kennedy.
Take this grabber. It's more useful than you think.
The grabber. Now, why this didn't appear in the first game? I'm assuming they like invented it. That's what we're gonna say. They invented gravity manipulation and were able to put it down. Okay, here's the funny thing. All right. So, you got the grabber, right? Oh, you also got the hell artifact, which I guess we should use at some point. You got the grabber. Okay, we literally have portable gravity manipulation, and we're still using arc lights. Brilliant. Actually, wait, no. Aw, damn. I've accidentally picked it up. Okay, so I could walk all the way over there. That might be effort. I'd have to go over there. But that is the perfect use of gravity manipulation technology. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, you know, I'd like to be able to use gravity manipulation technology right now. I mean, my glass might be like a couple inches from my hand, but I'd still have to move my hand. If I could like use the force, it would just like fly into my hand. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, another Friday is upon us. Oh, you know, when you have to work long hours every day, you finally start to get a real appreciation for the free days. Also, this thing basically just renders all those little flying, you know, heavy metal skulls pretty much superfluous. It's like, hey dude, oh, I just gravity manipulated you. I just manipulated that okay, maybe I shouldn't go that far. Oh, but manipulation aside, the levels in this game are quite good. I mean, this game, like with Doom 3, is really quite excellent. I played through this many times back in the day. You know, I didn't even play the PC version until, you know, a number of years after it came out. I gotta say, I'm still quite fond of the Xbox version here. Hey dude. Hey dude. Hey dude. I'm still quite fond of this version. I mean, the PC version isn't that much better. Yeah, the frame rate's a little higher, the screen resolution's a little better, but you know, I like my little tack flashlight on my Epic Pistol of Great Justice. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain about lower graphical fidelity. Hey dude. It's like these guys are just piss easy. That's one of the problems with the grabber. Oh, you missed. Have a fireball for your trouble. See, that's the problem with the grabber. It's just a little too OP. You know, usually I'm not one to complain about OP, but it's just a little OP. Just a little. Let's take a look at the old thing here. Let's see. Yeah. It's now illegal to download the Bible in EU countries. Not surprised. Quake 4. Yeah, Quake 4 is very overlooked. I am going to live stream that at some point. Metal Gear I suck at, so you know, I have not actually played any of them. I do not have Xbox Live. I used to, but I haven't played anything on Xbox Live in over 6 years, so I don't really see the need to have it. When I play stuff online, it is almost exclusively... actually, it is exclusively on PC. So, yeah. It's just I don't see any reason to have it anymore. And the only reason I used it when I did was because not everyone had a good PC. Most people were stuck on basic laptops. So, yeah, PC is so much easier. The personal computation device is a much easier platform. Have I seen the movie The Gate? What's kind of funny about that is there's actually a review of that I'm a part of. I'm not sure which channel it's going up on. My short review of The Gate it's very 80s, and that's actually a good thing. What's kind of interesting, and I mentioned this in the review, the 80s was a much more innocent time. Not everything needed to have pages and pages of lore, and not everything needed to be super duper serial. There's actually a scene in that film where this giant demon basically just pats the main character on his head and just moves on. You know, it's just such an incongruous thing that you would never see in a modern, you know, film today. I'm also a big fan of the Gate anime, but that has nothing to do with the Gate. I've not even heard of Jurassic World Evolution. I found Jurassic World kind of a really shit film. I've been kind of a mixture of being a console gamer and a PC gamer. I generally like both platforms. Both platforms have their strengths and weaknesses. I'm a big fan of the old Xbox. I like the Xbox 360 a lot. You know, I still like the SNES or the SNES or the. I like a lot of the Nintendo consoles. I'm not really a Nintendo fanboy, but I like Nintendo consoles quite a bit. I did not own a PlayStation 1 back in the day, but I did own a PlayStation 2. But yeah, I mean, I primarily just do PC stuff. Because the PC can run just about anything, so yeah, at least mine can. Although the processor's kind of getting on in years. But I'm running a console game right now. This is such a cut and pasted area. I keep thinking this is in Doom 3, but it's not.
UAC has no idea what they're up against. They sent us here to die like the others. It killed everyone before we even knew what happened. We couldn't even see it. It moves so fast. No, I won't go back. No, it's still there.
Okay, dude. Now see, what he doesn't realize is either A, he's going to starve to death, or B, he's going to run out of oxygen. You know, he didn't really think that thing through, so yeah. That's if a monster doesn't just rip open that locker and just rip him apart, which is more likely, but still. Even if that didn't happen, he'd still be pretty screwed. Just saying. Okay, I think this introduces... This might be the Bruiser. I'm not sure. I don't remember the names for everything in this particular game. Or at least I can't remember it at the moment. Let's see, did I grab the, No, I didn't. I did not grab that. I did not grab it. I did not. Yeah, probably... You know, I'm just going to blow it up just in case something comes in behind me and tries to blow me up. Let's see here. We got the typical crap. We got plenty of health, though. Now, what's kind of interesting is I never really bothered using the, run. But, you know, I'm doing a live stream. Gotta get my ass moving just a little bit. What else we got? It's not a clip, it's a goddamn magazine. Unless in the future, you know, stripper clips made a comeback. Stripper clips haven't really died that much, though. You know, just because, well, stripper clips are cheap, and it's easier to load a magazine with stripper clips than not. But that's only just to reload the magazine, not to actually use as your primary means of, you know, loading a firearm. Now, where, oh where, there it is. You can pick up PDAs. Oh my god, we got personal data assistance. Don't you mean a phone? That's a problem with the shotgun. Like, you have to just get right up on him and just shove it right in the fucking stomach and blow him up. Let's check the chat. What do we got? Stream cap, but the game is half decent. Let's see the Yukos War. Yep. Wow, that's kind of interesting. You gotta love the EU, by which I mean, no you don't. But no offense to anyone in the EU, it's just, yeah. But moving on from anything depressing. Oh, I will tell thee this, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to superhero films, it does get rather wearying after a while. Also, here we got the new guy. One of the, like, 3 new enemies. Which is basically just a super imp. Now, the easiest way to kill this thing is to get out the old Grabber McGravenstein. Grab it and try to shoot it back at him. Yeah, I'm probably kind of screwed doing that. But that's generally what you want to do. But it's basically a super imp. Takes a couple more hits to take down and things of that nature. So, yeah. But superhero films, it really is interesting. Like, there's a question of, like, where to go from there, you know, after the whole Avengers Endgame thing. But I do find it funny that people have been saying that superhero movies are going to go the way of the Western. And I'm not really sure I agree with that concept. I mean, when you think about it, the Western had only so many stories it could really tell. You know, you've seen one Western, you kind of see them all. Whereas with superhero films, you can have a wide variety of different plots, because there's a wide variety of different types of superhero out there. You know, an Iron Man story is going to be very different from a Batman story. And a Superman story will be very different from, you know, a Ant-Man story, so I don't see that genre dying out anytime soon. Just because it is, this always reminded me of the little gate, the little like dead gate from Turok 2. I was always quite fond of these little things. It's a very cool design. The level design is absolutely excellent. Now, of course, you gotta love this, though. It's like, did the new guys set this up? Did the original UAC team set it up? I just don't know. Nobody tells me nothing around here. Alright, the Helltime Hunter. The Helltime! I always found that to be I always found some of the names to be a little silly. It's like, okay, I'm assuming... And he's going to throw them all... Okay, when you first play this boss fight, you're not going to really know what to do. Because you see this little thing just shooting off into the corner, and it's like, well, what the hell is that even? But really, all you got to do is grab that. You don't want to grab his balls, because that might be kind of nasty. What you want to do is you want to grab the little plasma balls and chuck it at him. You probably want to do it a little better than I'm doing, though, because I'm kind of sucking. But I'm just going to blame that on being tired, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, come on, grab it, and chuck. And miss. Badly. It doesn't take that many hits to kill him. Now, the big problem with the Helltime Hunter here is just the fact that, okay, now, he's got what is effectively bullet time. The biggest problem with bullet time characters that you're supposed to get the bullet time from is, okay, shouldn't he be moving way faster than that? Because when I get it, I do it a lot better than he does. It's like, is he just a fucking idiot? It's a gameplay conceit, though. That's the big problem with having super fast characters to begin with. Realistically, the Flash should be completely unstoppable. Like, unless you make Superman really fast, which, if we're reasonable, why is Superman so fast? I mean, or as fast as the Flash. And see, like I said, pretty easy boss fight to fight. I think Captain Marvel got replaced with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is way better in terms of, well, everything. I have a name, Elizabeth McNeil. I have a name. It is Bill. Space Bill. Bill the Galactic Hero? A horribly depressing novel that I have read. The others that are already dead. They're already dead. Okay, yeah, you can charge it with human souls. Dude, that's fucking metal. Also, you gotta look, it's like, dude, wash your hands! Alright, so basically we have Devil Quick Time. Satan's Quick Time. Come on, open up faster, thank you. Now, my question is this, why didn't the Helltime Hunter guy, you know... Crap. That's the one problem without having a keyboard. There we go. It's like, okay, why didn't the Helltime Hunter move as fast as I did? Wouldn't it make sense for him to do that? But whatever. Whatever, man. You know, it is a Vigigam. Just repeat it. Why can't I pick up, like, the jackhammer and just, like, jackhammer a fucking imp in the face? I'm just saying, you know, it might be fun. The jackhammer an imp in the face. Alright, so what you gotta do here is you load up the power cell, because I forgot how this worked just now. Now, I remember when I first played the game, I kept trying to, like, do it normally. You don't do that. You remove the power cell, you then use shit, or you fuck it up like I just did. And then you gotta do it again. Alright, so... Now, wait a minute. Oh, I don't have any souls! Oh, dear, I'm probably fucked. Actually, hold on, let me see. I should have enough souls. I only used it once. I think you get 3. Let's take a look. Check the chat. I just, you know, like, superhero movies now are probably going to get a bit SJW-y, but the superhero movie as a concept should still work. Okay, I don't have enough Realm of Lost Souls. There we go. And let's not fall off the cliff, but let's steal that guy's soul. Your soul is mine. Is it? Is it really? Let's see. Now then, ladies and gentlemen. SJWizing, you know, that did not end well. Negative 99. I'm literally not even red paste, I suppose. Alright, let me check. Oh yeah, I've got 2 monitors. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. And let's see, we go 25 minutes. But let's see, where was I? When it comes down to it, though, you know, I think some of this SJW stuff in terms of movies is probably going to go away at some point, just because the only way to really continue that is if you really want to stop making money. And I don't see Marvel really wanting to do that. Okay, that's not going to work either. I think I just screwed myself. That's not fun. Probably shouldn't be doing that on stream. But once they realize that people don't really care about Captain Marvel, although I wonder how many people disliked Captain Marvel because it was that bad, or how many people disliked Captain Marvel because they didn't know who it was. Because when you say Captain Marvel, most people think of Billy Batson, not, you know, Carol Danvers. Because, like, when you mention the name Carol Danvers, like, oh, it's Carol Danvers. She's the superhero. She did the superhero things. Not many people know who that is. You know, that's generally... Oh, could I do it? No, oh, wow. That was just brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I think I screwed myself. Just because I don't think there's a soul in here. I mean, a innocent human being. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I might have to time this right. I think I remember doing this, actually. I think. Therefore, I'm not 100% certain. Alright, grab it. And that's just how you do it. I love how, like, I just kind of, like, smack my head into the thing and it does, like, 10 points of damage. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you smack your head into a wall, 10 points of damage was just done. Your HP went down by 10. Let's see. Yeah, you're not going to really see Jurassic Park-style movies anymore. And hello, Epic Jason. New X-Men film is even worse. I have no idea. I haven't liked the X-Men films since they started back in 2000. You know, they're never as good as the original animated series. The only live-action version of Spider-Man that I like is actually the most recent one with the guy whose name I cannot remember at the moment. I'm not really sure why I can't remember his name. Tom Holland, there we go. Incidentally, a Tom Holland actually directed Psycho 2. I actually did a review of Psycho 2 with Rage and Wolfman a number of months ago. And I had to make the joke of, like, you know, Tom Holland, what they did is they cleaned out the blood, gave him about 20 more years of his life, you know. Actually, I'm pretty sure if Tom Holland is, like, way younger than that, but still. You know, I actually like that one because it seemed more true to Spider-Man, but at the same time, I've never seen a Spider-Man that I've really wanted to see outside of Spider-Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man, you know, he is basically, you know, like Iron Spider. He's basically Iron Man the Spider-Man, or Spider-Man the Iron Man, whichever way you want to look at it. Whereas, you know, Spider-Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man, you know, is his own character. He didn't have, he made his own suit, he made his own gadgets. For me, I was a big fan of that, both as a kid and as an adult, because that Spider-Man was basically Spider-Batman. You know, he was his own character. People went to him for help, you know. And the original Spider-Man animated series was pretty much a early form of the MCU, because in that particular animated series, a whole bunch of characters showed up. You know, I don't think the Incredible Hulk showed up, because fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck you, Mark Ruffalo. I bet Mark Ruffalo wasn't even born yet when that show came up. But anyway, you know, Iron Man showed up for a little bit. War Machine also showed up. Blade showed up in a very cool couple of episodes. He actually showed up for a number of episodes. And he had a lightsaber and a motorcycle that climbed up walls. It was something that was kind of popular at that point in the 90s. You know, Batman's Batmobile, you know, it could climb up walls, because, of course, it could. And, you know, why couldn't Blade's motorcycle, you know, climb up a wall? Why not? And also, Spider-Man, the animated series, one of the first times we actually got to see Stan Lee in a cameo. So, it was quite an excellent little television show that actually did more justice to Spider-Man than anything else. Now, what you'll hear about when it comes to Spider-Man, the animated series, is they'll complain that, I think a barrel blew up and almost killed me. That would have not been fun. That's why we're going to save, because why would we not? Why would we not save, ladies and gentlemen? Drink 6 beers. Well, I'm glad you stayed up, Splattenburgers. And yes, the super shotgun is quite good. Quad barrel shotgun. There is, Ghost Rider showed up in at least one episode of The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, I remember that. Ghost Rider actually was kind of OP in Fantastic Four. There's a famous clip of him literally just one-shotting Galactus by using the penance stare. Which, damn, ladies and gentlemen, that is one tough penance stare. That means his power level is significantly higher than what one would think. Significantly higher. Let's see. As usual, we're only going to run this about an hour today. Just because, you know, we got limited time to do the things. But the Incredible Hulk, you know, Hulk never got his own movie. And the Incredible Hulk film, I don't think... It's only, like, just a little bit related to the MCU as a whole. Oh, crap. I am... Actually, what you're supposed to do here, I bet, is you're supposed to use the artifact, which I have to get out. Oh, come on, get it out. Excuse me while I whip this out. I like how the grenade goes at regular time. But technically shouldn't it take a little longer? And just shoot him in the back with a shotgun. I mean, he might be a snarly monster, but, you know, a judicious application of the buckshot is always something that will get a Griblet's attention. Let's save, since we're actually doing pretty good. Alright, let's check the old chat. See if we got anything. Police Academy, the animated series. I've never heard of that. You know, it's always kind of funny when these 80s movies get an animated series that lasts like a season, because it's usually absolutely horrible. You know, like Bill and Ted, the animated series, although that might have actually been good. I don't know. I never saw it. I never was a massive Bill and Ted fan to begin with, so I could not tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I could not tell you. But a lot of those famous 80s movies got TV series for some reason that were never very good. And that no one really remembers. Oh, I am so screwed. I am so screwed. Maybe not. Now, the frame rate in this is substantially worse than in Doom 3. Like, a lot worse. Like, there's one thing coming up where we're going to literally... I don't think in this episode, but at some point in the future, that's literally going to have a single-digit frame rate. I'm not even joking. There's one enemy that just tanks the frame rate like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so I cannot... Actually, wait, there we go. I gotta, like, climb on the desk. I just like the idea. Doom Guy is literally just crouching on the edge of this desk instead of just reaching out with his hand. It's like, imagine if, like, I wanted to play the game, I'm literally just kind of perched on the very edge of my... Actually, if I tried to do that, the edge of the desk would break off. Let's see. Alright, so, let's see here. Finding a book is not an easy prospect, ladies and gentlemen, especially for me. Like, I'm a very fast reader, so, like, when I'm trying to find a book that's actually halfway decent to read, it always seems like, you know, every book I come across is just utter crap. And it quite aggravates me, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, Star Wars is gone, dead, never coming back, and it's like, you know, now what? Star Trek might as well be dead, because it basically just turned into Diet Star Wars. More or less. And yeah, pretty much it's just me. I think everybody's just out kind of doing their own thing today. Let's see. And hello, Techstorm. 2004 OT. Cinematography is pretty good, and the effects with the dad was working out. You know, the first Hulk movie was kind of interesting. just because, you know, they really kind of got the size of the Hulk right, but yeah, that film really wasn't that amazing. Going to MT area. Toy Exchange. Never heard of it. If you can find one, I recommend a Ralph McQuarrie Stormtrooper. Those things are really quite excellent. B-Wing and the TIE Bomber. The B-Wing I'd like to get, but TIE Bomber I never really had that much interest in. I don't really count the frame rate on consoles. It's just you can kind of tell when the game is really slowing down and really chugging. Hey, I don't like seeing my favorite franchises go up in flames, because it happened to literally all of them. Actually, no. Which one might have survived? I'm trying to think now. Aliens is dead. Star Wars is dead. Star Trek is dead. Comics are dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. I make that joke not ever having seen a single episode of Red Dwarf. You know, Red Dwarf, I should get to it at some point. Kind of like DR Who, but meh, I say. Oh, the door's gonna magically open. Because of course it does. I don't think Doom has really died. I mean, Doom 2016 isn't very good, but it's certainly not, you know, an SJW fest. Speaking of an SJW fest, I should actually play Rage 2 at some point again. I played it twice and just haven't gotten back to it. It's not an SJW fest, but it's one of those games where it doesn't. I don't really know what happens in Rage 2 because I played like the first 2 hours and then just haven't had the time to get back to it. I know Rage 1 wasn't very good, to be perfectly honest. I know I've complained about that a lot, but it's like when you hire John Goodman as a major voice actor, it's like, well, there goes half the game just to pay him. So, yeah, it's just, yeah. Also, the Godzillas has been released, and evidently it did fairly well. From what it looks like, Godzilla is basically a superhero now. Instead of like an avatar of destruction, he's just, might as well be, you know, Tony Stark. Well, I wouldn't say that, but like, he's now like the alpha monster. You know, the film looks like it should be an amazing watch. I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to go see that, because I just have not had the time or inclination to go see any films. So, I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. Give me all the health. Also, expansion packs from this time also were usually much more difficult than the base games. Oh. It's bad Doom ports. Yeah. Yeah, a post... You know, what's interesting is I kind of like the idea of the lightsaber arm stormtrooper. I actually had in my head canon where the Ralph McQuarrie stormtrooper was a character named Vinku from the Republic Commando series. Basically, Vinku came about from a union between a clone trooper and a Jedi. So basically, think of like a clone trooper Jedi. And so it's like, well, that's the armor he'd have. He'd carry a lightsaber and a blaster and a big ass Durasteel shield. One of the things I always found kind of funny, though, about Star Wars is, you know, there's not really much use of powered armor for some reason. You would think that would be extraordinarily useful, but they don't use it. They just don't have it. I don't really know why. Alright, let's do that. Let's save. Because it's like, they should have the technology for powered armor, and in KOTOR 1, you could actually pick up a set of powered armor, not that it really did much. It's like, does that technology just not exist? Did it exist, but like the power generation technology is not good enough? Could that just make everything too OP? Magical shurikens? No! Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew I should have waited. It's a shuriken catapult that looks like a pistol. Godzilla, the true neutral. I do always recommend watching Shin Godzilla. I'm a big fan of that particular film. We'll see. Vulcan, we'll see. Because, I don't know, because if I open up like a massive group chat, I might be on later than normal. That's why I generally just limit it to myself and a few others. Speaking of which, let me check this real quick. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, usually those things go on longer than I'd want to. The 2011 Space Trooper and the Build-A-Droid Dark Trooper Phase 3. I have the Dark Trooper Phase 3. I forget exactly which series that's from, though. But I do have it. Oh, crap. Okay, what we want to do is we want to run. Run. Okay, we should be somewhat safe here. And let's activate that. The Hell Shurikens. The Hellrikens. There we go. Oh my god, that was such a difficult puzzle. Oh dear, whatever shall I do? But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I should probably get the mouse cursor off the screen. Probably. It's like, I like how that little thing pops down. It's like, uh-oh. It's the skulls! Not the skulls! Actually, it'd be nice if I had a better weapon than fists out. Because I don't think I need to be doing any fisting around here. I mean, this isn't H-Doom after all. H-Doom 3. I don't know if I'd ever want to see such a thing exist in this world. I think that might be just a little too, shall we say, blasphemous. Just a little. Just a little. Oh, so many loading doors. There's many more loading doors in this than the previous game as well, but no big deal. Would Clone Commando armor... It's not power armor because it doesn't actually increase their overall ability to carry things. Do you have an account at Doom World? I'm not really familiar with a lot of these different online communities. I'm generally just a lone wolf of sorts. I know what Doom World is. I just never actually made an account there. Energy shields don't count as powered armor. Powered armor has to like increase physical attributes and things of that nature. Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsabers. Double-bladed Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. Wow. That is unexpected. Oh. So yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's supposed to be an Obi-Wan film. Obi-Wan, a Star Wars story. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we didn't see, Obi-Wan get drugged through the goddamn mud just like Han Solo was. And see, for me, it's extra annoying because Han Solo is my favorite Star Wars character, period. And, I knew Solo, a Star Wars story, was going to be bad. And I'm going to be reviewing that in 2020, but, from what it sounds like, it's even worse than bad. And, it annoys me because the Young Han Solo books are great. If you ever come across the Han Solo, or the Young Han Solo trilogy, it's not actually called that, it's just, there's two Han Solo trilogies, both called Han Solo trilogy. The Han Solo trilogy that I'm thinking of is the one by A.C. Crispin. It is really good, but also the Brian Daley Han Solo trilogy is quite good as well, but the Young Han Solo books are quite excellent. It kind of shows you how it became Han Solo. The Brian Daley books actually take place late in the timeline for Han Solo, and they're quite good, but for different reasons. The Brian Daley books are much more 80s. Han is more of an 80s kind of space swashbuckler kind of guy. But it does help his overall character, though. In one of the books, he gives some blasters to some freedom fighters on a planet, and he doesn't really want to get involved, but he can't help it. So he's like, "Well, here's a good tactic to use," and he acts kind of gruff about it, but he still tells them. So it's like, yeah, we know Han's a hero. We know he's going to be a good guy. And in the Young Han Solo books, he does pretty much the same thing. And the books are just so much better all around. It's just sad the EU is long since dead. Because the EU was, without a doubt, the Star Wars EU, yeah, it's licensed literature. And I know that for many that seems like, kind of low-grade stuff, but the writers for that series were quite excellent all around. And actually, hold on, let's open that up. just to make sure. Yeah, that's to be expected today, I suppose. Let's check the chat real quick, see what we got. His life wasn't boring. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Empire at War. Yeah, I saw that. I haven't played Empire at War in years, though. Even though the prequels are better. There are some decent things in Episode 3, but the book is much better. What's kind of interesting about lightsaber collecting is you would think I would be into that, but I still only have my 90s Luke lightsaber, and that's it.
Get away! Stay back! Get it! Don't get too close. I'm not okay. Keep away.
See, that's always kind of sad, you know. I always make sure I don't take his soul, because it's like he already got zombified, you know. Oh, they never really explain how zombification really works in this. I mean, either you get possessed by a demon, or, like with him, it's kind of implied that he might have gotten bit. At least that's kind of the vibe I get. It's like he might have been bit by something. I wonder if I can get in there. Let's take a look. That looks like something I could grab. Nope. We cannot Me Too that thing at all. Oh well. Alright, I guess we just gotta go back to where that holy crap, here he is. See, if I hadn't played this so much, this game might actually be somewhat scary. I did actually introduce this to a friend, and like they were actually getting scared by the doors. Not this game in particular. Not Doom 3 ROE, but just base Doom 3. Getting scared by the doors. I actually thought that was kind of funny. It's like, you think the doors are scary? Wait till you get to the Mancubus. I also showed that same friend the Dead Space 1. And, you know, Dead Space 1 is not that scary to me, because I played that, you know, I don't know how many times. But it's like, you think that's scary, just wait till you get to the Behemoth. Dead Space is another sad, dead franchise that was actually pretty okay. When it came out, everybody thought it was like the greatest thing ever, but it's still really good. It's just not that amazing. The story is utter crap, though. I mean, like, that story, man, it's like, okay, for unlimited energy, what we need is a piece of alien technology that we're going to copy somehow that creates space zombies. Wait, what? What? Okay. It thinks it's smarter than it really is. And even as early as Dead Space 2, it's like... I did find it kind of funny, though. There was, like, a contemporary review at the time. I like how he had no head, but when he shot him, a brain came out. You know, it was an invisible brain. But the funny thing is, though, it's like... Dead Space 2, people said there was like, oh, thus we entered the sequel slump. Oh, wait for Dead Space 3. Dead Space 3 is not even that bad, but... A lot of people really do like Dead Space 2. I like Dead Space 2 well enough. I will review that when I get a chance. It's definitely not a bad game by any means, but, you know, it was not... The story was just really, really bad. I mean, it doesn't stand to logic at all. It's like... I know video games aren't supposed to be that logical, but I mean, like, it's really obvious. I cannot suspend my disbelief. Also... My god, the frame rate just tanked. That guy's model is just freaking out. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, we got Sarge's big game hunt. Oh my god, animal cruelty. Oh yeah, see, this was kind of an interesting little, I actually... think this is kind of neat, having this little thing. Wow. Well, oops. It's like when the game just is not fun, just shoot the goddamn thing. Ah, fuck it. I don't care. Ah, fuck it. I just do not care. Okay, we need a key. Because it's always keys. Captain Keys. No mention of Google Stadia. I don't even know what that is. The bad guy. Elton John. Wow. Troopers could take on Sith and win in that era. Well, you know, at the time they knew how to take on Jedi and stuff like that, but then, you know, the power level of Force users, you know, it fluctuates so much, it's not even funny. Realistically, while Jedi are powerful and Sith are as well, you know, a lot of them are just individual warriors. Realistically, what you could do is just drop a bunch of artillery on their heads. It's like, dodge that, motherfucker, as Spoony1 once said. Let's see. We're going to try to finish this part of the level. I'm just kind of like blundering through here trying to find one goddamn key. Yeah, how are the doors scary? They don't sound anything like various demonic hissing. Okay, I do not have a shell, or cell, I should say. Hell in a cell? I don't know. Let's see if we can't rectify that. There's got to be one somewhere around here. I might have actually just blundered past one. At least I'm going to assume I might have. There's not going to be one in there. It just came from here, I think. Yeah. But it's always interesting to introduce people to games that you've played for years. And, you know, to them it's a whole new experience. To you, it's like something you've seen many, many times. So it's always funny to see just like the jump scares in this game. It's like I've seen them so much. It's just like I don't even think about it anymore. But to a new player, it's like, oh my god, it's actually jumping out of the wall. And it's always interesting to show a gamer that's never played Doom 3 something like Doom 3, you know, because like this really is so different, you know, from what you'd get today. And the BFG edition just ruins this, though. I mean, it's like Doom 3 at the very least should not be bright. Oh yeah, I need like a fucking code key of some description for this. I'm just wandering around, not really sure what I'm doing. Do you realize how much money it took to ship that head? Alright, let's see if he put his code in his PDA. Let's see. I might not get the Delta. Patrol's going. RE going nuts! 428. There we go. Also, you gotta love that Sarge, you know, had this double barrel. 428, I believe it was. Had this double barrel here, but it was never mentioned in the first game. This is a nice double barrel, though. I do like my double barrels. I already had the key. Wow. I am the smarticles, ladies and gentlemen. The smart particles. Oh, but yeah, the double-barreled shot. And just blow them to pieces. Although, you know, Doom Dude, you probably shouldn't pull both barrels. You know, because that's going to hurt a lot. Because I've done that. Because I do have a actual double-barreled shotgun. I'm going to review that one day, possibly in 2020. That I use to shoot trap with. And it's not gay. Also, gotta love just how that frame rate has tanked during this scene. But there are a lot of enemies on screen at any one time, so it's really pushing that Xbox to its limits. But one time, I did actually pull both barrels on my double barrel, and yeah, that racked me back a bit. The double barrel in question is actually a J.C. Higgins Sears and Roebuck Mark double barrel. It's from like the 1950s. Those can actually be had pretty cheap. So if you want some kind of collectible, like commercial grade firearm, look for J.C. Higgins. They're quite good. And fucking blow them up. And just fucking blow that motherfucker up. Check the old chat here. See what we got. Experience on Mars. You think that we should? Yeah, IO. Protest the Vidya. Adding a flashlight to the Xbox, we'll just jump that for the BFG edition. Yeah, the BFG edition is quite annoying. Spoony did a live stream. I gotta take a look at that. Yeah, Dead Space 3 was really monetized and was really quite annoying. I would never even watch E3 just because it's nothing but pre-rendered trailers. Ugh. Here's hoping Doom Eternal will actually be halfway decent. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Spoony basically went nuts, but he was a great reviewer. Let's see. Tekken Blood. Yeah, Tekken Blood Vengeance was quite hilarious. Slayer Go Back to the Future game. Resident Evil Code Veronica. I actually have streamed Code Veronica. I think it's in one of the horror games live streams. It was a number of years ago that I did it, though. And I believe it was the Dreamcast version, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember exactly what it was. Also, this double barrel is much larger than it really should be. My double barrel, at the very least, is pretty skinny. Now, in real life, there actually is a tri-barrel shotgun that's actually, I think, being sold. Called the Chiappa Triple Threat. It's, I don't know, kind of hilarious looking. And for the price they wanted for it, like $600 or $700, man, I would not spend that much money on a 3-barreled shotgun when you could get a pump-action shotgun for less than 2. Basically, he stopped really doing anything. And just rants about political crap on Twitter. Now, Spoonie's kind of a depressing story. You know, he got extremely popular. Popular to the point where... Throw grenade! Popular enough to the point where he was getting $5K a month on Patreon. But he never did anything. He basically just stopped making videos. He would do some live streams now and again. But basically he just let himself go. And like he'll tweet about the craziest crap ever, so... Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see such a great reviewer go down, but these things happen. The AVGN, I think, has been lacking in quality for a number of years, but now I know, you know, like, he just has other people write his stuff, and so, once again, it comes down to bad writing. When James Rolfe was doing his own writing, it was pretty good, but when he started getting new writers and things of that nature, it's not surprising. It's kind of like with The Simpsons. With the original Simpsons writers, the show was great. Once they left the show and got new people, yeah, the quality went down hard. I've not been a fan of The Simpsons since 1997, so there's that. And if you actually look at the... Oh man, that frame rate just tanked there. But The Simpsons, if you look at the quality between season 7 and 8, you'll see just, you know, the change in write staff and just what they did to it. I mean, I don't think they actively tried to, you know, like, sabotage The Simpsons, but they certainly didn't do a very good job with it, which is kind of sad. See, it kind of sucks that the chat isn't showing up. I always like to do that in my archives. I'll have to figure... Yeah, my night's been okay. It's been pretty good. Wesker had a triple-barreled shotgun and RE6. I need to play that at some point. Let's see. Novelty, Dreamcast, S-Video to HDMI adapter. Eventually I need to try doing something like that. How does someone go nuts on YouTube? Very easily, ladies and gentlemen. Very easily. Let's see here. Failed Genius, yeah, I could agree with that. A quad-barreled SG, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he didn't go as bad as he did. You know, I actually kind of wouldn't mind meeting James Rolfe. I have heard he's quite good, although I am going to savage his film in 2020, though. So, like, you know, I respect you, man. That movie of yours was kind of bad. Just saying. I know, that Tagatawa channel, you know, yeah, they, damn. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying the job quite a bit. It's going quite well, actually. And yeah, it is very difficult to get big on YouTube. You kind of got to know people for that. Getting, you know, proper, you know, exposure is not an easy prospect. Let's see here. So, yeah. Getting exposure for my stuff has not been easy. But, you know, you just got to persevere. That's the thing you got to do with anything, though. If you don't persevere, if you don't keep trying day in, day out, you never really be able to succeed in any way. I think a lot of those bigger YouTubers start to actually get self-entitled. It's like they feel they're entitled to the popularity, they're entitled to the fans, when in reality, no one's entitled to anything, you know? you got to put out the content, and people, have to like it. They either like it or they won't. Find 2 power cells. Let's see. It's 59 minutes. We'll find one of the power cells, and we'll, take it back up next week. Because doing this solo is kind of tiring. So we'll just have to see. That's the problem. Trying to synchronize multiple schedules is not an easy prospect. Of that, I can guarantee. Of that, I can guarantee. I don't remember how long it takes to actually find... Oh, wow, we got the power cells literally from there. Also, wow, there's a frame drop. That was a big drop right there. The frame rate could be better, but this is still nowhere near as bad as Half-Life 2. Now, see, like, this is a sub-30 frame rate here. Now, I don't have to actually have a fraps counter. I can just tell, because that game shouldn't be looking like that. But it does. Oh, crap. Aha! Couldn't fucking hit my hitbox, you bastard. You bastard. I don't know if I killed him with the shotgun blast or the barrel explosion. But personally, I don't really care. Let's see, where is my SMG? Okay, I'm literally back where I started, but whatever. Yeah, this thing works like a legitimate street sweeper. Also, you gotta go through the hellhole. What is with hell and liking organic crap? I just don't understand it. I just do not know. This makes me think of that one game. That other, like, hell game that was, like, really controversial. I can't remember the name. It's like, there needs to be, like, a mod for that adds the Doomslayer or just the Doom Dude or the Doom 3 guy. And they just fucking wreck everything. See, that's the problem with having a hell game. It's like, oh, you gotta run from the demons. It's like, no, I've been used to killing the demons since 1993. You have to shoot the demon and not be afraid of anything. Like a right and proper Spec Marine. Yeah, these levels are like super short. Alright, once we load into Erebus Control, we will call it a day, but I'll check the chat one more time for tonight. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is really quite annoying. I've not played the old XCOM games, and I haven't really cared about them that much. I have only seen the trailer for the AVGN movie. I don't know how bad it is, but it looks like it's going to be pretty bloody terrible. And yeah, Phaelus isn't bad. I still watch him on occasion. His Mortal Comedy thing is actually quite hilarious. But did you know the Xbox version is graphically superior? It's graphically superior to the BFG version? Wow. Why am I not surprised? John Solo, a Doom story. Or Flint Taggart, a Doom story. That works too. Mighty Morphin Quake Rangers. Now that'd be an interesting thing to see. And so the final boss is not Rita Repulsa, but a bloody Shoggoth. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I am GeneralLotz, and we have gone through the first bits of Doom 3 ROE. This is an absolutely excellent little game. We're going to take it up next week. Hopefully fix the goddamn chat. I don't know what broke on that. Gotta love YouTube. And so, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good. Doom 3, ROE, or whatever makes you happy.